Hey everyone, I wanted to come to you guys and share with you the training from June along the lines of culture. So this month's focus was creating a culture within the workplace. I'm going to take it and even twist it to, or I shouldn't say twist it, but hopefully help you apply it to creating culture even in your families, and if you're someone who has a team for network marketing, possibly along those lines as well. So let's talk about a few points first. Culture in the workplace or in your team is really not an option. Even if you don't have a specified culture, one will appear. So why not at least take the reins and create some kind of culture to be proud of? Same thing in our families and our personal lives. If we don't sit and think about what our values are and what our culture is and what we believe in, it's still going to show up. No matter what. So being proactive and working to determine that early on is very, very helpful. Company and team culture is not just about the perks of a job. It can be, perks can be part of the culture, like things like vacation time, flexible scheduling, working from your home, and things like that. But it actually goes much deeper than that as well. Culture also is not just what a company leader, team leader, or even like us as parents in our homes say that we value. It's actually living out what we value and demonstrating those values. So every person in a company or on a team or in your family plays a role in the culture that is achieved. So it's important to be clear on what your culture and core values are. And when we're clear on this, each person's individual values and talents can be brought to the forefront and shown. We all have different strengths and weaknesses, and we all fit in a certain piece of the puzzle in the position we are in our lives. But having a clear and stated culture and core values helps each of us find the way that we can then use those strengths to the best way possible for what we want to achieve. If there isn't culture, performance will also suffer because employees and team members don't really understand what they're working for. They also don't really understand what the bigger picture is. Like, why are we doing this? Kind of like if you want to take a big family vacation or a dream trip with your family, okay? And you need to work some extra hours, possibly put in some extra time with your network marketing company, whatever that may look like to you. You may need your kids or your husband or your wife to pick up some of the extra chores around the house to free up some time for you to do that. But if you don't sit down and talk about the reason behind asking them to help you out and pick up these extra things that need to be done around the house, they're not going to understand why they're doing it, and they probably will have some resentment in doing it if it's not something they like to do. So by going over and having a written out plan or a written reason on why you're doing the things you're doing, you then have something to work towards a common goal, and you'll have cohesiveness as a team, and it will lead to better performance. Now, your kids, they probably will still complain that they need to mow the lawn, but in the big grand scheme of things, they'll understand the reason why. It's also said that people don't leave companies, they leave their bosses. I think that it's been touched on before in some trainings that we've done as a company, that a lot of times people leave network marketing companies or teams not because of the company, not because of the product, but because of the lack of culture within the team. So having bad culture means a company or team will have a high turnover rate, and they'll have struggle to have any success, and any success that is achieved, it will be a struggle every step of the way. So be intentional when you're creating your culture. Base your culture on your core values and what you believe in. Determine why you're doing what you are doing beyond the sale. There's got to be something deeper, like you want to impact lives or whatnot. It has to be beyond the sale, beyond the trip. What is the why behind what you're doing? The deeper true meaning. And then what value does the team need to help what values does the team need So values as a company. Does the team need to help the company or business get to where they're going? Be genuine when you're creating your culture. Own who you are. This goes even deeper than a company level and onto a personal level. And it's very helpful to have your own personal culture and core values. Because when you do so, you can determine if there's anything in your life that doesn't jive with the culture and core values you have. If so, then there needs to be a change made for the long run in your life so that you can show up in the world as the best possible version of yourself and impact the lives that you are meant to impact around you in a much deeper way. And be consistent with your culture. If you say, trying to think of something that I think of, okay, so like for myself, a huge thing to me is honesty and trustworthiness. So if I say that that's something I value and it's part of my culture and my core values, but then I go and I talk about somebody behind their back, or I lie to somebody about something that I've done or haven't done, or am going to do, that is not living into the culture and core values that I have as a person. So if you say you believe something, but you don't actually do it, no one is going to take you seriously. So be consistent and be honest with yourself on what you say you believe and what you want your culture and core values to be. So guys, go out and lead with confidence. Be honest and grateful in these uncertain times. It's okay to be afraid of where the world is going, but also in the same turn, be grateful for where you are and what you have. When you do so, your values, your core values, what you believe in, and your culture will shine through. So have a great day. See ya.